The story I chose was Bats at the Library by Brian Lies. It's for kindergartners to third grade or 4-year-olds to around 8-year-olds. It's a fiction book, but it's also considered a picture story book because as you read along, there's pictures on every page to help children better understand what's happening if they can't fully understand or read the words. The story is about a group of bats that get into the public library through an open window, and they're book-loving bats, so they love when people forget to close the windows to the library so they can read and explore the library by playing at the water fountain, making shadows on the walls, or even playing with the photocopier. And then they all come together, young and old bats, and they sit and they have story time. And then story time ends when the sun comes up and they have to leave. I think it's a great story for young kids because it really engages them in reading, and it's a great book to have them start to get interested in reading, and it shows them that reading can be fun. I think the book was really well written, and I also think the author did a great job with making the characters bats because it's interesting to children. They get interested to see bats reading because you normally don't see that, And I also think it was written well because the author rhymed the whole book. Everything rhymes, and I was even interested in that, and it caught my attention. I had a connection to it because of the story time. Growing up as a student in the classroom, we had story time when I was younger. The teacher would read to us as a class, or even a student read to the whole class. So we've always had that. And at my home, my mom would read to me and my sisters at night right before we went to bed. So I've always been interested in story time, and it's always been a fan of mine. But I also think it had a great meaning of showing kids that it doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are, reading can be fun for everyone.